In this video, we share the untold stories about the life of Cassandra Peterson while showing you some of her rare photos. Cassandra's career started off on a rocky path, with her being rejected for many roles due to her unique and unconventional appearance. Growing up in Manhattan, Kansas, she was always drawn to the world of horror and gore, which set her apart from the other kids. This love for all things spooky began at the young age of 8 when her cousin took her to see the movie House on Haunted Hill. And she was immediately hooked, but her obsession with horror and dressing up in creepy costumes made her an outcast, leading to bullying and constant teasing from her peers. At the age of 17, Cassandra moved to Las Vegas to become a showgirl after being inspired by Elvis Presley in Viva Las Vegas. She immediately fell in love with Las Vegas gay culture and found herself immersed in the drag queen community. It was here that she learned everything about theatrical makeup, over-the-top wigs, and larger-than-life performances. But it wasn't all glitz and glamour for Cassandra. She struggled to make ends meet and often found herself working as a go-go dancer at nightclubs to earn extra money. However, her luck changed when she got an invitation to a party in Elvis Presley's hotel suite. It was at this party that Elvis himself told her to leave Las Vegas and focus on the next steps of her career, giving Cassandra the confidence she needed to pursue acting full-time. Her big break came when she landed a small role as a showgirl in the James Bond film Diamonds Are Forever in 1971. It was her first major acting gig and she was ecstatic. But little did she know that this would lead to more opportunities down the road. In 1972, Cassandra moved to Italy, where she became the lead singer of 2 rock bands, I Latins 80 and The Snails. It was also during this time that she met the famous film director Federico Fellini, who would later offer her a small part in his film Roma. But Cassandra's journey to stardom wasn't without its challenges. She faced constant rejection and struggled to make ends meet. In 1973, she worked as a showgirl at the Playboy Club in Miami and later signed with Hugh Hefner's Playboy modeling agency. She also toured around the country with a musical comedy act to make ends meet. However, one of her biggest regrets from this time was posing nude for a photography shoot that ended up being published in sleazy men's magazines without her consent. But despite this setback, Cassandra continued to pursue her dreams and in 1979 joined the renowned improvisational troupe The Groundlings, where she created the iconic Valley Girl character that would eventually become the basis for Elvira's persona. Having found her comedic niche, Cassandra was determined to make it in showbiz, and she wasn't afraid to take risks. She moved back to LA and started performing at clubs and comedy venues, honing her skills and developing the Elvira character even further. She also appeared on game shows, commercials, and landed small TV roles. But despite her hard work, success in Hollywood was elusive, and Cassandra was on the verge of giving up her dreams when fate intervened. In 1981, at the age of 30, she got a call from a friend about an audition for a role that combined horror, sex, and comedy, the perfect match for her talents. The show was Vampira, and it was being revived by the local LA TV station KHJ. They were looking for a young actress to play Vampira's daughter and host the late-night horror movie series. After impressing the producers with her improvisational skills, Cassandra was hired on the spot. But playing Elvira wasn't just about delivering lines. She also had to create the character's look and personality. With help from her friend and fellow groundling, Robert Redding, they came up with a sexy yet spooky outfit that perfectly showcased Cassandra's curves and covered her scars. They also created the iconic black and white makeup look with inspiration from kabuki theater and 60s girl groups. And on September 26, 1981, Elvira made her TV debut on KHJ's Elvira's Movie Macabre with her signature catchphrase, "Hello, darling." No one expected the show to last long, not even the station. In fact, they didn't even have much hope that it would make it through its first week. But to everyone's surprise, including Cassandra's, Elvira was a hit. In just a few short weeks, she was being asked to appear on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, and her Halloween costume became the biggest-selling costume of all time. But success didn't come without its challenges. Early on in the show's history, it nearly got axed multiple times. First, the actress who played Vampira dropped out of the project as she felt Cassandra was not the right fit for the role. However, they tweaked the show and renamed Elvira's character to avoid any legal issues. Then, the actress who played Vampira sued them, claiming that Elvira stole her look. However, a judge ruled in favor of Cassandra, stating that wearing a black dress and looking spooky could not be copyrighted. But the challenges did not end there. The station itself almost pulled the plug on the show when they saw how risque Elvira's dress was. One of the heads of the station even came to set and ordered Cassandra to cover up, but she promised that she would change nothing, and somehow the bosses either didn't notice or let it slide. And thank goodness they did, because audiences loved this character. Elvira quickly became a household name, and Cassandra was in high demand. She appeared on late-night shows, conventions, comic books, commercials, and more. But it wasn't just straight men who were captivated by Elvira's charm. She also gained an unlikely following among the gay community. She was invited to appear at gay bars, headlined HIV fundraisers, and even served as the Grand Marshal of Pride parades. However, not everyone was a fan. Conservatives in the Bible Belt held protests against her character for her love of gory movies and overt sexiness, but even their backlash only seemed to boost her profile. In fact, when one station tried to censor her image on a billboard with a black bar, they received even more complaints. But amidst all the controversy and challenges, Cassandra maintained control over her character. Each year during contract renegotiations, she would ask for more control or ownership of Elvira, and eventually, she owned the rights to the character completely. This was a smart move, as it turned out. When the FCC discovered that the station she was working for had been committing fraud and was forced to give up their broadcast license, Cassandra's ownership of Elvira saved her from disappearing. But while her career was thriving, Cassandra also faced personal struggles. The HIV epidemic took its toll on her as she lost many friends and colleagues to the disease. And her grief was compounded by the loss of her friend and collaborator, Robert Redding, who helped create Elvira's iconic look. Despite these challenges, Cassandra continued to push forward and pursue new opportunities for Elvira. While most TV actors struggled to break into film, she had her sights set on making a movie instead of just a TV show. And her determination paid off when NBC's head, Brandon Tartikoff, greenlit an Elvira sitcom. But Cassandra saw even bigger potential for her character. She wanted to make a movie, not just a TV show. And after negotiating with Tartikoff and the studio, she finally got her wish. In 1988, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, was released to the world, and it became a cult classic. But Cassandra's ambitions didn't stop there. She continued to push boundaries and expand her brand into different mediums. She released a series of home videos hosted by Elvira herself, which became incredibly popular. And she also wrote an autobiography, Yours Cruelly, Elvira, Memoirs of the Mistress of the Dark, which delved into the behind-the-scenes of her career and personal life. But Cassandra's journey as Elvira was far from over. In 2000, after years of attempts, she finally made a sequel to Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. The new film, Elvira's Haunted Hills, was shot on a shoestring budget in Romania and became a hit with fans. And Cassandra continued to surprise and delight her audience by returning to television syndication in 2010 with a new series featuring public domain films. She also never stopped dreaming big, constantly developing new projects for Elvira. She had plans for a direct sequel to Mistress of the Dark, as well as an animated feature film exploring Elvira's origins with Halloween. But Cassandra's talents didn't just stop at playing Elvira. She also took on a range of other roles in films, including a memorable appearance in Pee-wee's Big Adventure and a leading role in the horror comedy All About Evil. And she continues to expand her acting career with a role in the upcoming Monsters movie from Rob Zombie. Cassandra Peterson's journey as Elvira has been full of ambition, creativity, and fearlessness. She blazed her own trail in the entertainment industry and created an iconic character that continues to capture hearts around the world. And we can't wait to see where her next fearless adventure takes her. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our other videos of beautiful ladies from the yesteryears on the end screen.